Hello. This sounds so weird. I'm looking to a camera.
You are.
Why is this so awkward?
You can talk to me if you want.
Yeah, go sit behind the camera. Hello. So today I'm going to be doing a book review, and we're going to do it for Throwback Thursdays. So this is one of the real classic books that I loved as a child. I'm going to do The Phantom Tollbooth, which I have a copy here, and I got it as a gift, and I had never heard of the book before, and then I read it because I felt like I should, because someone gave it to me as a gift, and it seemed like the polite thing to do was to read it, so I did. You see, I've got like little bookmarks of my favourite books because I'm prepared like that, even though I have no idea how I'm going to start this book. So it's about this boy called Milo, and he's absolutely bored out of his mind, and in some reason a paper toll booth, phantom toll booth, appears in his room, and he sets it up. It comes with a little like cardboard car thing, gets in it, goes through the toll booth, suddenly he's in this magical land, and it's just like a really fun book. It's a really easy read because it's just real simple language, and it's a pretty fast read as well. I could probably read this in an hour and a half, probably not even that. And yeah, it's really interesting because he visits a place called, just kind of non-spoilery, because I think it tells you on the back what he does, ish. Yeah, so he goes into the Kingdom of Wisdom, and there he meets the King of Dictionopolis and the King of the opposite Dictionopolis, the one with numbers, but I forgot what it's called. But anyway, that one. And the king there is actually called a mathematician, even though he's like a wizard with a giant pencil. So that's always interesting. And I don't know, the thing I love about this book is that it's actually just a real interesting play on words. It's just a real interesting spin on things, because like in the land of numbers, they mine the numbers. Like you have to go to a mine and dig them out. And along the way, they find all these like emeralds and diamonds and just things that we would find really valuable, and they just put them in this room and they treat them like trash because they have no use for them. They just keep digging them up and they don't know what to do with them. The numbers they eat, but these jewels, they have no use for them, and so they're considered worthless. But in our society, we think that they're so valuable. So that's what's interesting. And the other thing is, like, in the land of words, you can eat words. You can actually eat your words. And A tastes very sweet, apparently. And in the land of numbers, the weird thing is, you start off feeling full and you eat to feel hungry. Like, it's a weird subtraction thing. So it's very strange. And it's just got so many like nice lessons to learn as a kid. Like at the end, Milo, as any book, he goes through a magical quest of self-discovery. Ish. But it's a really interesting book. It's he goes on this magical quest with people he just met, and after he finishes the quest, he learns that the quest was actually impossible, which was the thing that they couldn't tell him when he first started the quest, because if they had told him that, he never would have gone. Which is an interesting way to think about it, because as soon as someone tells you something is impossible, you don't bother trying as hard, because you expect to not be able to do it. Which is, I think it's a really great lesson to have. Especially as a kid, where you're just like, just do it, you never know what you can do. And yeah. And one of my other favourite parts, I bookmarked these, so it's just going to take me a while to find it. And there's a part of the book where, I don't know if this is going to be spoilery. I'm going to put a spoiler warning here just in case. But there's part of the book where they rescue princesses. The Princess of Pure Reason and Princess of Sweet Rhyme. And they just, this is the part of the book where Milo is just feeling really useless about himself and just doesn't feel like he's doing anything with his life, or it's kind of interesting because I think he's about 10. So it's a very interesting thought to have as 10-year-old. And then these princesses tell him that actually, no, everything you do may seem pointless and stupid, but it actually all has a purpose, and it's all very important that you do these things. Like, I'm going to read from the book now. Whatever we learn has a purpose, and whatever we do affects everything and everyone else, if even in the tiniest way. Why, when a housefly flaps its wings, a breeze goes around the world. When a speck of dust falls to the ground, the entire planet weighs a little more. Like, it's just, the book is full of things like this, and it's just really beautiful to read, and it's really refreshing to read as well. So I really love this book. And if I had a rating scale, which I kind of don't, because my rating scale goes from amazing to please don't ever pick this book up. But this will go in the amazing pile, and I think you guys should read this. Also, it's by Norton Juster. I hope I'm pronouncing their name right. I've also been assuming this guy was a guy. Doesn't say anything, but you should read this book because it's a really amazing book, and I really love this book, so you should read this book too.